Okay, so I know this seems like I keep putting myself, I'm like, okay, so if I was just dumb, deaf, and blind my whole life, and I was in the middle of a scenario I didn't realize, how would I view this? And then I'm like, oh, I couldn't pretend to be human if I wanted to, so like, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stick with the incredibly intellectual, like people that use guns and wear berets and like good old country boys of whatever country you belong in. So, let's think about this, right? Diet and tell. Okay, so, we did this up ahead, right? Okay, so, here's the scene for like, I don't know, several turns. I mean, we kept checking in from substation elsewhere going, okay, we're at point like N, we're at point Z, we're at point A, like, is it getting better? Like, give me I mean, this is what my genetic looks like now, and we've only got, like, we're on our way, like, I don't like the looks of this. I mean, what's going on? Yeah, it goes back and forth. Well, it used to. I don't know what the fuck you got going on this disheveled mess. I was told that the courtier from elsewhere, call them that for a moment, was shutting the hatch door, HATCH. So this way it was impenetrable for lower life forms to even discover. Be like, how do you do an interstellar connection with a firewall of a lengthy, right, so they don't catch in and on and then move and then just hold on like an umbrella, like, oh, I'll just check out what this is, oh, look at that, oh my god, it's like Mary Poppins, yeah, fucking assholes, like those coded signatures, everybody has a number, right, when you work Aeronnav Special Ops, everything you do every day you get up in, you have a special tag assigned to you for whatever you woke up in whatever day I am wearing. Your days and your numbers should have a slight patch that matches your unit and then the other to your personal genetic. Not quite sure where and how you all are working that system that we with check-ins, knowing that the kingdom was not being run by a king, what the lords and dukes of haphazards were doing, and trying to communicate with some lead, but we can't because nobody is going to help them as they dangle on the floor. And the other lead thinks they're the only lead in the world and all about saving their branch. Not sure if they're a half or a 3/4 or where this other quarter comes in. Yeah, stupid. There was always records. Where did we leave you? And like, we need the genetics to be finite, like finitely. I mean, they're always the same. So there is a lineage tree and branch somewhere. I know in St. Basil in Russia. Oh, they got it like right on the basilica wall. So I don't know where you all are hiding from the Orthodox Jews we're slightly rabbi, slightly Christian. But we believe in letting people decide who they are. Yes, I totally agree with you. I have not changed in 2,300 years, nor was I ever. My me is always me, always like, this again. Like, when am I going to reboot? And like, oh, there you are. Oh my God, thank God you came back. You promised me in 1998 you were going to leave briefly. I begged you to stay. You said you had to leave. We had a Jerry Maguire moment at the elevator. You did something. There was something on the radio, a reference. Like, please, like, tell me. Like, I need to know, like, what, like, why are you crying so bad? And I'm like, I just was having a bad feeling about, well, the interference that was going on as you were leaving. I mean, I'm like, how do I know you're coming back? Like, how will I know? Like, I don't have your phone number. I don't know where you're going off to. Like, I know you always find me, you say. You found me the last time, but, like, when? Is there a schedule? Like, how do you come back? You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't answer any of my questions.
And I was getting like more and more upset because I'm like, like I'm in quantum calculations. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like this is a big problem. This is a big problem based on what I know and what they track. They are sending me for on. They didn't pull the A4 and the train wreck vessel on these fucking humans. I swear to God, they had me toggling. They're telling him something. He's on like Happy Train with his Gravy Train ancestors on. They're not giving up a fucking thing. They don't care what family I come from. We're trying to tell them, yeah, got that. Just pick her up and bring her to your Gravy Train and just protect her from the evil thought they gave Lou some maternity dress and some sign that he was so malfunctioned and had no idea. But we cut that arm off and we threw it. And we said, okay, like, it's just him and I. Like, I have no arm, I have no leg, I have no navel, I have no connection to anyone, anything. So if Backwater is having trouble, because there is a dad, actually, he flies a plane of some sort. His only one and whatever wish was to somehow get into a hovering vehicle, but not permanently, just to see what another genetic might look like and what it might feel like, as opposed to the flying utility that goes some G-force Mach speed that really turns stomachs. But like he really liked that one, right? Yeah, okay, so we had that moment. You shared eyes with a nebula from Nibiru elsewhere, right? But that was just to, like, you're my backwater dad. Like, I rely on you, and no matter what the front face looks like, it is still me. Every day of the week that I wake up and can't remember who I am and where I am and why you guys haven't come for me yet. So that's it, that's that. Anything else? Yeah, no, it's kind of like I'm going over a mouse, right? Because here's this thing about being at my, difference level, because, right, you guys are human, I guess that, and you're, what's called a condor, actually, more like a corridor. You guys have different corridors, it's like high school hallways with lockers, yeah, everywhere. That's exactly what it feels like. And then I have the map to the entire high school I was trying to protect for me and my one and then our Clover security force, but somehow Harry and William and Philip and Elizabeth and Charlie, the chimpanzee, clearly looks chimpanzee genetic to me, who is friends with Charlie's from Vietnam and Korea and China and Japan, confusing the Confucius from everywhere as to what a Buddhist is, it isn't, how it ties in, like the real Buddhists believe in the blue-eyed Buddha, and they don't want to be considered anything that thinks that they are going to get a grand prize, more so than the enterprise of God returning for the grand prize. I'm here, hi, grand prize here, like, why are you buying, selling, like, trading, like, on my life and my family? Like, nobody gave you permission, ever. And if you bought permission from somebody, oh my God, guess what? You all can die, and it's on record. So why are you all still living and we still having so many problems? Yeah, I mean, this is logic. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? I mean, the enemy gets it real well, and they play that card really fucking tight, but why is it the good guys are not catching on? Or they're not able to move in the right formation to help Nicholas. And, right, listen, if you don't like his name being Hitler, great, call him Katarusa, who the hell cares? It's a letter. Call him head of IT. Great. He's headquarters. He's three-quarters. He's head in three-quarters. Sure. So I'm headquarter, he's head 3 1/4, and we don't like getting hit in the face with science projects that the lying committee, LYING, for several generations, stealing funds and moving things in odd directions, blaming it on everybody else, right? And now they are, right, they've got like, yeah, we got stuff going on. So anyway, map of the high school, Nicholas and I were trying to hide and only share with the retinas that we could code separately at Nebula Science. We don't want humans ever to get to or touch, to protect whatever they read from being intercepted on some, like, Mary Poppins, like, hook into numeracies as they, like, just, oh, look at that. I'm just gonna, like, carry on their way. And then they decide, like, what they'll retract, what they'll put forward. I mean, it is, like, I get how the science works. We created it, let's just say at this point, from the inside, like the light reader on the inside. Yeah, when you're photon spectrum and you don't always have a physicalness body, you sometimes have it's like a crystal ball of gas, and it's a 360 view perspective. I mean, it's absolutely amazing when you're in it. Mine actually prefers to be the pink and purple inside of the green and blue and travel as one bubble. But again, right, I was just hoping to see his skin and feel him here in Cuneiform Human as well. Apparently you were more excited about things and that you can't even discuss with your friends and discovering rather than getting the enemy out of the computer business. And listen, you don't need information. One, we'll give you information when you need it. Two is you don't need technology because you are very dangerous when you have it. Three, you don't need manufacturing labs and robots and no, because then what are your people going to do? How are you going to feed them? What are they going to be employed doing? Yeah, okay. Hand over the equipment and the utilities, the calculator, right? At this point, I think you're down to a paintbrush in dipped ink. Go squeeze a squid if you want to make your own color set. That's it. And you're going back to Confucius in million years ago, because I am sick and fucking tired of this technology bid where it's so much more important than getting the one size stem while she's here for the one crew that knows and is very quiet. And however they put stuff in books in 1981 from a woman who warned it in 2020 back in genetic that they were, see, we know crazy things and we know it exists. They used to call us witches, warlocks, all sorts of stuff, right? And we would tell you you can't have utilities. Now you get confused. You're like, wait a minute, you're shutting the lights off? I don't know. It depends what lights, because your life light and all spark that makes you, it's really getting interfering and in my way. And if it keeps waking up in the rabid, RABBID, where you keep betting, BETTING, against God and her main purpose and function to then fix the rest of humanity, stock the oceans, and leave you with food enough for the next 2,300 years. Yeah, okay, see, we just came to clean your container a little bit. I don't understand why you all turned on us you hadn't eaten food in I don't know. It's Jesus fucking Christ, we're coming in to scrub the lion's den, and you're and all of a sudden he thinks that you are one big baked potato and steak, and he hasn't eaten in his whole life. And you're God. And then they lock you in because they're oh yeah, eat her, God. It's a God. Why? How are you going to clean the lion? How are you going to feed the lion after you eat the zookeeper? Oh my God, you people never think ahead far enough to make good decisions in the now. I swear to God, even the last now to this now, you think you won. You have lost so much more control than you ever gained. Trust me. Because you are never going to gain access and control in a long-term plan, because we will kill you before you start fucking with the food source, the ability to self-repair on the anatomy, the part where you reboot every day in a pleasant direction to help and fix one another and put the world back together from all of this I don't know, yuppies in penny loafers, pinching pennies for certain people, throwing the pennies into the ocean, and growing nations elsewhere dangerous. And then here's the other thing. Here, funny, when you confuse your linguistics, gorilla training for the retarded that I woke up amongst as one of 7.5 billion units. With only maybe, I'm going to say 1/78 of the 7.5 billion units in a protected subunit where I want their retinas covered completely from being able to be intercepted on whatever they read and wake up in each day. Protect them, their families, from all you technology assholes that don't want to give the toys back that you stole. Right, so, okay, where are we with, right, that is in my dexterity,
Right. It is like a mouse on. Oh, yeah, because I read the writing on the wall as I'm.
It's almost like a green screen for like extraterrestrials. I swear to God, I mean, I'm here in real life doing this with no mouse, but it is moving in a geonatology way of like I'm at the top and I've got nobody to fucking rely on below, so like I better do fucking something. Right, two places at once. Yeah, that is kind of easy when you just put the neck's cavity on top of the other neck and we move space and time in ways that we need. All right,